Hey y'all, I hope y'all all had a blessed, happy, and thankful Thanksgiving. There's been a lot on my mind, and I ain't ever really liked doing these videos, but I feel like this needs to be said. I just went outside and it's 32 degrees. Uh, I've been receiving a whole bunch of hateful messages from some people that call me family. Uh, I'm not gonna mention any names. There's some friends that I've known for a long time that I ain't seen in forever. There's been several people, even people that I don't know, that send me hateful messages directly at me and the homeless community. One thing that I'm not is a piece of shit. I don't understand some of the things. I don't understand it. It baffles me, some of the things that are being said. I don't even know where to start. If anybody sees the Fannin brothers, I got a message from them on the way back from Texas. I know that one of their tents has been torn down. That bothers me. Last thing we want is anybody freezing in this weather. But anyways, all these hateful messages and everything. So I try not to let it bother me, but sometimes it does get underneath my skin. And everything we do, everything we purchase, there's an owner's manual. Like you purchase a car, you get an owner's manual. It tells you how to do things like check the fluid and stuff like that. And it's no secret that I myself I have a past with alcohol, and there ain't much that I haven't seen. One thing that I do not allow is people causing division or trying to plant seeds of division within my marriage. Uh, my wife has always stood beside me. She's part of the reason why I'm clean now. That and this book right here. This is an old one. It's a Holy Bible that was given to me in 2006, close to my clean date. I think I messed up a few more times after I got out of jail. This time I got this Bible while I was incarcerated, and I think I got two or three of them before. This is the last one though I kept. Is presented to Kenny Gardner from Jody Sanders and the Believers, from Jody Sanders and the Believers at the First Baptist Church of Fairfield, Texas. I was incarcerated whenever I got this. I had Anybody in my hometown knows that I used to struggle with drugs and alcohol. Alcohol being my gateway drug to other things. I made my daughter a promise that I would stop drinking, and I tried to keep that promise. This book, you go to the next page, is Holy Matrimony, Kenneth Gardner and my wife. We was married. We was married by proxy, and the sheriff didn't want to do it. But the Judge Shirley May, she did do it. We had a boy stand in for me because I was incarcerated at the time. You can judge me for it if you want to. People said it would never work. Here we are, 17 years later, and she has my back, and I have her back. And I'm guilty of it too, of bringing up people's past. I try not to, but my wife reminds me all the time that I don't live there anymore. You bring up your past. That's so. I guess there's a lot of people claiming to be Christians that are going against the teachings of this Bible. One thing that I do know is I know this. I've read it front to back several times. Every time I read it, I gain more knowledge. Hate to say it, but the most I ever read it was the times that I was incarcerated. There ain't much that I ain't seen. I've lost lots of friends to drugs and alcohol. Growing up, I've been in wrecks with people, with good friends that have lost their lives due to alcohol, friends that have overdosed. The list goes on, depression. We've lost a lot of people in my hometown too. But anyways, all y'all hating, some of y'all hating, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but the the teachings of the Bible I know is not what the things that you're saying and doing to me. God is love. Y'all are sowing seeds of division in people's marriages and not y'all. I mean, a few select people. I'm not gonna mention any names, like I said, but we also have people tearing down tents. Like I said, it's 32 degrees outside right now, and so there's a lot going on. You can you can preach to me all you want and tell me that I need to stop doing what I need to be doing or what I'm doing, and I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you know this book, there's no reason for you to be going around saying the things that you are about our homeless community, our less fortunate, our elderly and disabled. There's no reason for anybody to be going around tearing up tents that our group and our supporters are providing for people that are locals here, locals in this town. I've had people even tell me that I'm bringing people here. No, we've been getting people off the streets. We've gotten a lot of people off the streets, and a lot of people can attest to that. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and we really appreciate the support that we have been showing since we've lived in Durant. But according to this Bible, I mean, there's many verses. I mean, like Matthew 8:20. Jesus said, "Foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." And then in the book of Proverbs, a book I like to call wisdom, the whole book of Proverbs is wisdom. And Proverbs 14:31 says, "Whoever oppresses a poor man insults his maker, but he who is generous to the needy honors him." You can continue. It's all through this book. Matthew 25:35. "For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me." How can you call yourself a Christian whenever you are going against all the teachings of this book? You can go to one verse in this Bible, and I get it a lot. Uh, but if you read a little bit further, just don't take one verse. Read the whole thing. I mean, you can keep on. Homelessness can happen to any of us. Any of us. I mean, we're all one paycheck away from being in the same position, and we have a crisis not only in this town but in the whole United States of America. Inflation's up. People are struggling to make ends meet. There's some people. We all got different stories, you know. Some people. The only person I got to depend on right now, I feel like, is my wife and the good friends that I have met in Durant, Oklahoma, and all of our supporters. We thank you a lot. But there's a lot of haters out there, and you can hate all you want, but all that does is push me harder. It really does. There ain't much, like I said, there ain't much that I ain't seen on the streets. There ain't much that I ain't seen growing up. It ain't never been easy. It ain't easy for none of us. You can keep on reading throughout this Bible, going back to Proverbs. I mean, whoever closes his ear to the cry of the poor will himself call out and not be answered. That's Proverbs. That's in this book, the manual for our life. You know, uh, when you give a feast, go to Luke 14:13-14. When you give a feast, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed. Believe, because you know they cannot repay you, for you will be repaid. This is a powerful verse. You keep on reading. For you will be repaid at the resurrection of the just. Very powerful statement. Uh, there's even people going around saying that I'm benefiting for this and I'm doing it for all the wrong reasons. No, I'd like to know what the right reasons are. I don't have a building. Uh, we operate out of the trunk of our car. I mean, we do the best that we can do, and we're going to continue to keep doing the best that we can do. You can read all through this book. If you know it, you know it. I mean, Luke 6:20-21, Isaiah 58:10, 1 Timothy 6:17-19, Luke 12:33-34, and Matthew 25-40. That's just a few of them. If you wanna go back and read this, I guess what I'm trying to say is that God gives us chances. That's why He sent His only Son here. You know, the devil will bring up your past and will do all kinds of sorts of things to try to get you to stumble. They will plant seeds of division in your marriage. They will call you horrible names that you ain't. just because they don't get what they want, or you're not doing the things that they think you should be doing the way that they should be doing it, but they're not actually doing anything. Um, we all learn from our mistakes. I did. I mean, some of us it takes a little bit longer than others, but I've learned from my mistakes. It took a lot of incarceration and a lot for God to get my attention before I finally woke up. And there's hope for everybody on these streets. Everybody. We all got choices. You know, we can all find a power greater than ourselves, whether we're struggling with addiction, drugs, mental health issues, whatever it may be. I just felt like this needed to be said, and I want to thank everybody that continues to support the things we do. We're not stopping. I'm not stopping. Y'all are. I love y'all too. Y'all hate on me. I love you too. Anyways, I hope that y'all had a blessed holiday, and as Christmas comes closer and the nights get colder, I ask that you keep our homeless community and those who are getting evicted on a daily basis in your prayers, because we have a crisis going on, and it's going to have to be addressed sooner or later. There's grants available. We just got to try to get city officials on board. I understand where some of them are coming from with things, and I expect everybody to clean up wherever you're camped at. But one thing we don't do is we shouldn't go around tearing up their only shelter and stuff. The last thing we need is a human being freezing out here. I know some of us care more about animals, and that's just not another thing that don't sit right with me. But I want to thank all y'all really from the bottom of my heart. And as Christmas gets closer, I pray that we all remember that Jesus is the reason for the season, and I pray that all of y'all stay blessed, and thank you for supporting the things we do. It gets frustrating, and I let some people get under my skin sometimes, but like my wife says, you can't live in the past. There's a future. I'm going to stand beside her. She's been the only person to stand beside me through thick and thin, through all trials and tribulations, and she's a big reason why I got clean myself. But if you are struggling with drugs or alcohol, you can reach out to me anytime. I think that my own testimony and my wife's could maybe help you. Just remember, God's powerful. No man, scientist, anything. God has the final say in everything. That's a fact. It's with my youngest son. They try to say he had trisomy 13. We refused to believe it. We was gonna have him anyways. Well, their tests were wrong. Well, God is good, y'all. It's not hate. The 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 things that some of these people are doing, that it's directly from the devil. I mean, it just drains you of everything. But I refuse to let hate win. Uh, I hope that y'all have a good night. Thank y'all. If anybody sees the Phantom Brothers or the brothers that are out there on the streets, we got a message on the way back from Oklahoma. They need shelter, and I got a tent for them. I'm going to get them to help me clean up a couple campsites. But I want to thank the Believers Church, Asian Gourmet. There's so many to name. BJ's Tire. There's a bunch. First, the bank, the pharmacy, a lot of local businesses and churches got behind the things that we've been doing, and y'all keep me going whenever I'm feeling like giving up. But we're not going to give up until solutions. There's locals out here. We're not bringing nobody into town like some of y'all are saying. These are locals that have been here forever. They was here before we got here. We used to have people coming up on our porch crying downtown Durant, asking to take showers and stuff. And I pray for all of y'all that are out on the streets, and I pray for all y'all that are suffering through addiction. There is hope, man. Don't give up. And I mean, we can all do better, including myself. Whenever you see somebody out, ask them how they're doing. Get to know their story, because they're all different. Another thing that bothers me: quit classifying everybody in the group like, oh, well, it's the homeless community. No, everybody's responsible for their own actions. Just like I was responsible for my actions whenever I was drinking and doing the things that I was doing. I learned my lesson. It took a lot, but I did. Well, that's about all that I had to say. Stop being so hateful. It's the holidays. Y'all, that's pretty much all I got to say. Y'all have a good day. We're gonna hit the streets again. I gotta get the storage building all fixed up and situated and totes. Keep the critters out of it. Thank the Believers Church for providing the totes too for us. We got a lot of stuff coming in. I got a lot of stuff that I still got to take out there. We're still in need of tents. I have survival tents, and I have a couple. I think I have a 5-man tent. I think I have a 7-man tent. We have a few, and there's people needing tents all the time. But please stop tearing up these tents. It's fixing to get real cold, and we do not want anybody freezing on these streets. Anyways, that's all I have to do. That's all I have to say. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for the continued support. God bless y'all.